How did the Green Mountain Boys impact Fort Ticonderoga's history? Imagine a group of frontier fighters crossing a vast lake in the early morning, ready to change the course of American history. That's exactly what the Green Mountain Boys did on May 10, 1775. Led by Ethan Allen and accompanied by Benedict Arnold, they launched a surprise attack on Fort Ticonderoga. They crossed Lake Champlain from what is now Vermont, and without firing a shot, took control of the fort from a small British garrison. This quick victory was one of the first American successes in the Revolutionary War. It gave the colonies a much-needed boost and proved that local militia could challenge British forces. Fort Ticonderoga was a key location because it controlled access between the Hudson River Valley and Canada through Lake Champlain and Lake George. Even though the fort was in poor shape and lightly defended, it still held valuable artillery and weapons. The Green Mountain Boys' capture meant the colonies now had access to these military supplies. Later, General George Washington ordered Colonel Henry Knox to move the cannons from Ticonderoga to Boston. This was no small task. It took nearly 2 months, but the heavy artillery was transported over rough terrain and delivered just in time. When the cannons were placed on Dorchester Heights, they forced the British to evacuate Boston in March of 1776. This move was a turning point in the war, and it all started with the Green Mountain Boys' daring raid. The Green Mountain Boys originally formed in the 1770s in the disputed territory between New York and New Hampshire, an area called the New Hampshire Grants. They didn't want New York to take control of their land, so they acted as a militia and a sort of local government. Their experience defending the frontier made them effective fighters. Ethan Allen became a well-known leader, admired for his boldness and dedication. Their success at Fort Ticonderoga showed that local militia could stand up to the British and play a vital role in the fight for independence. In New York State history and culture, the Green Mountain Boys' actions are a big deal because the fort is within New York's borders. Their victory demonstrated the strength of local militia groups from the region. It also highlighted the complicated land, disputes and loyalties in the northeastern frontier during the Revolution. The capture of Fort Ticonderoga helped shape the early military campaigns in the northern colonies and showed how regional forces could make a difference. Their story remains a proud part of New York's Revolutionary War history, illustrating how ordinary citizens can become heroes in times of need.